All right, welcome to another episode, Sudden Change Pod. It's your boy Beans. We got JA here. Another week, another win for you. How you feeling?
Hey, I had a good week last week, man. Things fell in place. I think I made one mistake. I played JSN on Thursday because he had Gino, so I was trying to eliminate some points there. But left a little bit of points on the bench, but overall, I had the high score, so I'm happy.
Always good to have the high score. Who did the Falcons play? I don't know why I'm forgetting.
Panthers.
So that was an auto dub. You wasn't expecting anything else.
Yeah, that would have been taking a step back if we would have lost that game. The old us would have probably lost that game, but it was good to actually win a game without single digits, so on double digit game.
Yeah, so we're about a third of the way through the season. Overall, what's your thought process on the how are you liking how the team looks a third of the way through?
They're finally gelling. Now we got the run game going, like I was talking about last episode. Um, Tough stretch coming up. We got Seahawks, and then I believe like Bucks and then Saints again or something like that, or Bucks and Cowboys or something like that. I mean, I'm happy for the success right now, but we just got to keep it rolling because we started 3-0 division first time through. So a couple of division games coming up again, so we could try to knock those out. We'll have a nice little lead headed into the final stretch of the season.
Yeah, if I'm remembering, that was a you kind of dominated with the run against Carolina, right? Or was that the week before?
Yeah, finally. Yes, no, this week. So Algier, I believe, went over 100, and I think Bijan had 95. I
That's
believe
crazy.
he had two touchdowns. So yeah, and Kirk didn't have to do too much, and Drake London still got he still did his thing. So having both options available for us, it can make us a dangerous team come late December, January.
Yeah, if you're getting 100 yards from your backup, that's when it's time.
Yeah,
That's what matters.
definitely.
Um, Packers got another win. What do we play? The Cardinals. Good win, but I think this week we'll really see who we are. We got
Yeah,
Houston coming to the crib. Um, Luckily for us, they got no Nico, which is going to probably make a big difference, but still a very solid team. So I'm happy at 4-2. We survived the injury. We got 2 wins when he was injured, so I'll take it. Who you got for dog of the week?
I went with my boy Baker, man. That was a crazy game, but Baker threw for 300 and 4 TDs. He had a few interceptions, especially in the first half, but the old Baker probably would have like faltered and had a bad game, but he actually battled back and they ended up winning like 51-27. So seeing him like catapult himself into being like a trusting quarterback is good to see.
Yeah, and I don't know why I was thinking about this the other day, but I was just after we talked about Cleveland, I was just kind of thinking like maybe I need to give him a little bit more respect because Cleveland is a mess before he got there and after he got there. So
Maybe
maybe I
it
need to
wasn't
give him a
him,
little bit more respect.
like I don't know what's going on over there, but yeah, beforehand, like I guess when he got there, like it kind of like smoothed out, but then the issues came once Odell got there. They played ball together, so they're still going through issues over there. So I mean, Baker deserves like at least a flower.
Facts. I'll give him a flower.
That's the
Uh,
first time you gave him a flower, so we'll take it.
Not, I mean, that's the first time I gave Cleveland Baker a flower. I
Yeah,
said in
yeah,
Tampa Bay he's matured. I said that.
yeah.
Speaking of Odell, when is he coming back? Is he coming back?
He's back. He is
Oh,
back.
he played?
He
Oh, he's gonna play this week?
yeah, he played right before the bye. He played against the
Did he?
Patriots, but
I didn't even
didn't
know
have
he
a
played. That's crazy.
didn't have a catch. Yeah. So
That's
I
why I
mean
didn't know.
their quarterback issue is a little different too. So I don't know, but yeah, he's back because I actually had him, but I dropped him. It's like
Yeah.
you couldn't do nothing for me yet with Tua going down. Like that was just all predicated on Tua being available.
Yeah, I saw some news that Tua might come back at some point. I don't know what to think about that because it's his health, of course, but I also would love to see him for the fantasy team because without him,
Yeah, yeah,
Reek is
referee.
looking
Yeah,
Reek. What? We do
not
got
even you. I got A Chain and like it's like it's not the same with him not having a Tua back there. Like it's just I don't know. Like it's just it's not the same. The same lanes that you see with a quarterback like Tua's caliber back there. So it's a little different for everybody over there.
yeah, which is surprising to me. Not so much in the running game, but more of like the drop down. I mean, the drop off passes. You would think he will be just killing it like that, but he's not quite doing that. So that's surprising. For my dog of the week, I went with Alan Lazard, 6 for 114 in TD. And I did that kind of only because I think that's probably going to be his last good week. Because you got
Yeah.
Tay coming to town, you got
Caught a Hail
Garrett
Mary
Wilson who's
too.
killing.
Like,
Just to think about that team on paper, if they don't make the playoffs, it's like Tay, Garrett Wilson. You got Brees Hall and Allen who's coming up. You got a solid tight end in Conklin. You got Rodgers, who even at this point in his career is a good quarterback. Top five defense. How do you possibly miss the playoffs with all of that, other than just
yeah,
chaos internally?
I would say that. Yeah, it'll have to be chaos. But like the defense is good, but they haven't played well though. Like like Josh Allen did whatever he wanted the other night. Like I'm like, oh, hold on now. Like, where's the defense we accustomed to, accustomed to seeing him. So, but yeah, with Tay added now, like, I mean, the stakes are high. Like, it's either playoff or bust for them, honestly.
It has to be, especially. Well, we'll get to this later, but they who knows what that team's going to look like next year with the contracts the way they are. Anything that surprised you this week?
The Lions going into Dallas and man, like, it was like that's the brand of football everyone like should strive to play. Like it was good football. And they dominated, they did whatever they wanted. Like it was just like so I made an executive decision. Like I started golf with no Micah and DeMarcus Lawrence. I sat CJ Stroud and played golf. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't see them. I don't like the way they play lately. I'm like, Dallas can't they can't stop that team. And it showed. Like they literally did whatever they wanted, whether it's running the ball, passing. Like it was beautiful, but I was also shocked to see them like, get beat like that on Jerry's birthday at home. Like it was bad. No touchdowns, like crazy.
absolutely crazy. So I know they got a lot of injuries, but even when healthy, are the Lions probably just that much better than them? Because I,
I think so. I think they have Lions have turned the corner. They're not like the Lions of old where we're just you know it's going to drop off. Like I just feel like they have the perfect coach in place too. So and he demands like them just being great on both sides of the ball, even in special teams. Like they take all that stuff with like pride, and they'll fake a punt just because on their own one. Like it can come back to bite you, but like
crazy.
they're confident though. They believe now, so like you can see like they don't think like oh we're just old Lions. Like they feel like they could win each week. So that's a tough division, man. I said it before. Like if the Bears were just going to be good, like that's going to be it. You guys are 4-2 in last place, technically. Like,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah, tough.
crazy.
Um, yeah, I was about to say I had the same surprise, but it was just the opposite in how bad the Cowboys look. I know they got injuries, but they just look. So on offense, do they have a lot of injuries? I know they're missing Cooks, but outside of that, the offense is pretty much intact, right?
I feel like it is. Yeah, I didn't really see their injuries were more so defensive side.
So I understand getting a lot of points scored on you, but why are you not able to get the ball into the end zone? That's the other piece of it.
You just paid two dudes over there too. Like, yeah, I need to. Hey, I don't know, but hopefully they keep that up when we play them in a couple weeks.
Shout out to Jay Green who hasn't won since he traded CD. Just throw that in there.
Hey, I wasn't gonna say it. Hey, but hey, you want to trade every day. You want to talk deals every day. Whatever.
It's funny. As soon as I get off this app, I gotta finish talking to him about something he hit me about.
Oh
All right,
God.
so so we got big trades that just happened. We already talked about one a little bit. Davante to the Jets. It looked like it was not going to happen, and then Tuesday morning it's there. What do you think about that trade? Does it take them where they need to go?
Um, to be seen. We'll see because we just don't know how the offensive line is going to play. You can have Tay all you want, but if you can't block, it doesn't matter. Like it really doesn't matter. So, um, that move should at least catapult them into conversation in the AFC. But yeah, the jury's still out on the O line.
Yeah, agreed. So is it Super Bowl or bust? Because it's not guaranteed you get Rodgers for another year. Tay, I think, restructured so he's there for this year, and then they got to figure it out after this year. So is it Super Bowl or bust?
Absolutely, because you just don't know the unknown with Rodgers. Like if he leaves, you guys are probably not Super Bowl contenders. Like who's like I don't know if they can get I don't know what the cap situation is like, but Aaron Rodgers is too old to not be Super Bowl or bust.
Is it not a situation, maybe not this year, let's say you don't have Rodgers next year. Is there not enough talent there to get a serviceable quarterback. I can't think of anybody, but somebody that's
Yeah,
serviceable to play with Garrett Wilson and play with Tay and Brees and Braylon. Like you can't just plug somebody in there and you be a playoff team. I feel like you should
you
be
would
able to.
think so, but I feel like that with a lot of teams, like they just don't do it. Like they're just we're happy with the guys in our locker room, whatever that cliche statement they say. So, you would think, so, but then there's always timing and reps and all that. So there's always a lot of factors to play in, but you would think so, honestly.
Fair. Um, the other trade that we knew Buffalo wanted to make a move, but I didn't think that they were going to go and get like a top guy if they didn't get Tay. Amari went to Buffalo. What do you think about that trade?
I liked it. And you know what? I feel like that Monday night game kind of set all this. I think if the Jets win, I don't know if that trade is happening. And I
True.
don't know if Buffalo's really thinking about, all right, you know what? We lost, but we're kind of like expected to lose. Like that put Buffalo at first place, 4-2. It's like, yo, uh, suppose rebuild can turn into if we get a number one now. Like we get cooked back. They clearly can run the ball. Like they just don't with like they
Yeah,
Ray
yeah,
Ray Davis. He played good. I think that gave both sides a little added motivation, especially when the Bills see the Jets do it. It's like, wait, hold on now. We won the game, and like we can't watch you get better. Like we need to
yeah,
make a
yeah.
move too. So I see it on both sides. Like that was like a chess move. Like okay, well you trying to get better. Well, guess what? We're gonna be here too. And with Coop, I think he got out of a bad situation, and we know how he could ball. So I keep my eyes open on the AFC East. Like I think the Bills have just as much shot as the Jets.
Yeah, I think at this point it's probably the Bills' division to lose, especially with the lead that they have. Um, unless Tua comes back really soon, Miami's not going to be a factor. And I can't even think who's the other team. Oh, the
The
Patriots.
Patriots,
They're
yeah,
yeah, they're
yeah, they're
rebuilding.
one and
So
five right now. So yeah,
yeah, so I think the Jets had to make a move. They had to do something, and I think it was a great move by the Bills to counter that and say, we're going to go get our guy. We're going to make our offense not unstoppable, but it's a lot that you got to account for. Like you said, Josh Allen kind of ran all over the Jets. So if you can do that against a good Jets defense, you can do that against anybody. So I think it's the Bills to lose right now. Uh, let's do some power ranking. Like I said, third of the way through the season, we haven't done any yet. Let's go through your top five real quick, see if ours are how similar ours are.
mm, wow, it was tough, especially with the last second you hit me with it.
Yeah, 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 of course.
Um,
I'll throw that caveat that I thought about it at the last
yeah,
second, so he had less time to think about
yeah. So I went Vikings at one. I went Vikings at one. I went Lions at two.
it.
Chiefs at three. Texans four. Ravens five.
Okay, so we have the same five teams, just in a different order. I put Kansas City first. I just think they don't look amazing, especially with Rice out, but they just got that intangible thing where they figure out how to win every.
Yeah.
They get help sometimes for rep too, but that's another story. KC, then Minnesota, Detroit, Houston, and Baltimore. Why did Buffalo not make your cut? They're 4-2 as well.
4-2, but I just feel like I just like the team that the 4-2 like the Ravens won four straight. And it's how they won them. They went to Dallas, got their win, and then
And beat
you
Buffalo.
know, yes, yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah. So at home as well. So they pretty much dominated that game as well. So I give them the nod as well, and they're rolling right now. Starting 0-2 and then winning four straight. And they played a hot Commanders team that came in too, so get a win there. So um, yeah, I had to give them the nod, but Buffalo was definitely close. Like I looked at them and I'm like, not yet. Like it'll come though if they keep pulling off these wins. Like someone's gonna have to drop. So
Yeah, Falcons also 4-2. Why you leave your guys out? Not ready yet?
not yet. I think we're close, but I don't think as a top five team. Just like our games are, we could easily be like almost 1-5 right now too. So um, but we're not winning those games instead like the Chiefs are. So I'm not gonna give us that now yet. We still got a lot to prove too. Like yeah, we beat a point that we should have beaten, but we haven't played particularly well on both sides of the ball yet. So I think we're probably a couple weeks away from that. If we could beat the Seahawks, Cowboys, and Saints coming up, and with the Bucks coming back around, I think we'll definitely be around. But that's another convo. We'll
Yeah,
be
it's a
we'll be
tough.
we'll be we'll be in the conversation soon. Don't worry.
There's definitely a tough schedule coming up. So you got Minnesota at one. I understand they're 5-0. They look good. You think that you
Yeah.
they are the best team in football right now, you think?
Yeah, as far as these teams and playing, like their 5-0 is a different 5-0. It's like a
Yeah.
it's not like a it's a close call, like you got got bailed out. No, they are actually like they have offenses confused. Like what they did to CJ Stroud was like, wow, like, you know what I mean? They're coming off a bye week now. Like big game coming out the bye week though. They're coming with the Lions. So
Yeah,
um
that'll be a
we'll
big
see.
one.
Like that definitely changed. But like their five is they've caused havoc for five teams already. So and I just feel like their five wins are, even though the Chiefs have won it, but it's like it's been better football than what we've seen with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I didn't realize. So yeah, this week is your top two going against each other, Minnesota and Detroit. So that'd be a good one. Who's at home?
I believe Minnesota.
Okay, you sent the game. That's one of the games. The Vikings at home. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a good one. I hope it's on what time is it? 4:25 probably? You know,
Nah,
on
one
top of your
o'clock,
head?
I think. I think 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Yeah.
Really? I got it. They probably didn't
Yeah.
expect it to be this good of a game at the beginning.
Nah, yeah. They ain't flexed
Uh,
that yet.
yeah, so let me ask you about my Packers. We got Houston this week. If we beat Houston this week, do you think we jump into that five? Or we still got to get over
Uh,
you guys, we still got to get over Buffalo.
I don't know if you even have to get over. Like, I just feel like there's a lot of teams bunched in that pack. It's just like how quality of a win was it? Like, how was your win? Was it a struggle? Was it, it's just all gonna come down to just how the game went, honestly. Like I feel like the Buffalo, us, like a few other teams, even like left San Fran out there 3-3, but like they have a big game against the Chiefs this week. Like
Mm.
if they beat the Chiefs, you know what I mean? So I think it's just like we do, like a week to week thing, and it'll just vary on just how well the win was.
Yeah, I feel like there's some 4-2 teams we're leaving out. Let me look real quick. Oh, Pittsburgh is 4-2, but that's an
Yeah,
interesting
yeah.
situation.
Commanders are four
Washington
and
is four
two.
and two. Washington in a
Bucks are
tough
four and
division.
two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Chicago's 4-2. Tampa Bay's 4-2. It's a lot of 4-2 teams.
yeah. So the pack is a little, it's a little busy up top at the 4-2.
Yeah, it's gonna take a couple more weeks to kind of things to start really settling out who's who. All right, let's get into some fantasy league stuff. Go through the standings real quick. Who we got? League. Jay still in first, 5-1, the only 5-1 team, 3 wins in a row. You got Dub behind you, then John who went up 3 spots, Chance who went up 4 spots, then
he
Cheese.
he making his
Chance,
run, man.
Chance is making that run. Then
Gabe,
you
I'm
got
telling you,
Cheese, huh?
Gabe talking crazy. You know how that go. Gabe
It's
talking
always that
crazy.
karma. Yeah, you can't. He ruined everything. Mark at 6. I'm at 7, right outside the top. I mean the playoff picture. They got Matt under me, Jay Green, and Casey. Um, I was talking to Casey yesterday, and he got all his guys coming back either now or soon. So I think
Get him now.
he gotta get a couple more losses, or he could sneak his way into the playoffs if we don't get him out of here right now.
Hey, listen, I don't think I see him again. So y'all go ahead. Yeah.
I know. I'm pretty sure I got him probably the last week of the season. So that'll be it. Hopefully it's not playoffs on the line for that one.
Yeah.
Um, where am I gonna? All right, let's get into pick 'em. So we got some really good games this week. First we got Seahawks at Falcons. When we talk
Taking
about it a little
us. I don't know what Mark was just talking about in the chat too. I'm taking us
bit. What do you
at
say?
home.
He just
He was just like, Kirk is doing swag surfing. He's talking. Kirk, Kirk
yeah,
is talking cultural stuff, but we don't play particularly well at home. We don't play particularly well at home. We're 2-2 at home right now.
mm.
So this would be a big game because they're reeling too. They lost three straight, but I'm taking us.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Falcons as well. The Seahawks are kind of unpredictable. I like what they're doing, but you just can't determine what you're gonna get from them week to week. So I'm gonna go Falcons. Texans at Packers.
Ooh, man. No, Nico is big. I don't think they play well. I mean, they beat the Patriots, but I'm gonna go Packers. At home, yeah, like if this is gonna be our move, this is the game you got to win. So,
Yeah,
I'm gonna take Packers at home.
I definitely think this is a must win for us. I'm gonna go with us at home. like you said, I think Nico not being there allows you to scheme against them a little bit differently. Mixon is back though, so that'll help them. And we're never good against the run, but I'm gonna take the Packers at home. Lions at Vikings.
Mm. Lions. All right. Minnesota. Come on. I'm gonna go Vikes. I'm gonna go Vikings.
Vikings. All right, so we'll differ there. I'm gonna go Lions on the road. Hopefully, I'm not suffering from, recency bias and them looking so good last week.
Yeah,
But and also Hutchinson is out too, right?
yeah. He's out for the year.
For the
Probably.
year?
Yeah. He
Really?
broke his like fibula and tibia, I believe.
Did he? I didn't follow up on the injury, so that makes a big difference. But I'm gonna still go Lions to find a way. They're great against the run. Um, just hopefully Sam Darnold don't air him out.
Yeah.
Chiefs at Niners.
Niners. I'm gonna go Niners at home.
Yeah, I actually went with Niners too. I think,
Can't beat them in the Super Bowl, but hey, we can probably
yeah,
beat them in the regular season.
regular season a little bit different. The Niners are starting to pick it up a little bit. They look relatively good. So I'm gonna go with Chiefs. I mean the Niners because they're at home. Last but not least, Ravens at Bucks. Who you
Baker. Hey, show me something, Baker. He's hot right now, man. He's hot right
He
now.
is.
Like, yeah, I'm going Baker.
Yeah, I took the Bucks as well. I'm really surprised. Usually we don't agree on a lot of these. I was
Yeah.
assuming you would go with Ravens against your division foe. Uh, Last week I went 4-1. You went 3-2. So for the season, I'm 20-10, and you are 18-12. Um, so yeah, that's that with the pick'ems. Let's just take a quick look before we get out of here at the matchups this week. You
Oh
got.
shit, we
Oh,
matchup
it's me.
we
I forgot it's me and you this week.
we
We're
matchup of
not
the
on
week,
prime
man.
time though. We're not on prime time.
I got a couple
Uh,
injuries issues, so I gotta figure out. I gotta plug some guys in. Like
yeah,
Marvin Harrison got hurt too, and he's got a Monday night, so I
that's a
can't wait
tough.
on that because it's
Yeah,
like yeah. So we'll see.
yeah. We got Casey versus Chance. I think
Mm.
Chance is gonna roll there.
Mm. Yeah.
I would have
He
never
hot.
thought that I would be saying it at this point in time. That
He's
Chance is gonna roll there. Uh,
he's hot, and he get Jettas back now. Now he got Jettas for the rest of the year. Jettas is headed.
you got Huncho and Cheese 4-2 versus 3-3. Jay Green and John Allen, who is now rolling ever since he made that trade. Oh, that's the two
Whoa,
teams in the
whoa,
trade.
whoa,
Let's see how that
whoa.
goes. That
He
should be
been
prime
losing.
time after the trade.
He been
Uh,
losing everybody he traded with.
and then Matt and Mark both 3-3. Yeah, it's a solid week of football. So
Los is a
how do
quiet
you
three and
fit?
three.
Huh?
Los is a quiet 3-3.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to Los because he never said his lineup. So it's like I don't know. I just don't pay attention to him. He just be doing
I
his
just
own thing.
yeah, yep.
But yeah, to end, now that we're a third of the way in, how are you just feeling about the league? How you feeling about the season? This is something that we've been looking forward to for a long time. It's finally coming together. How do you feel like everything is coming together? How you liking it?
It's going well, man. Like everyone's been complying with the rookies so far up to date.
Yeah,
So
true.
but it's always the topic of conversation each week. Like, someone's always saying something about a rookie. Like
Yeah.
Casey just said, he just picked up a Yale dude for rookie tonight. Like it changes a lot because sometimes you be thinking about using a guy, but oh shoot, I gotta leave a rookie in. Like
Mm.
it definitely. So
Yeah, you
just
got a
competitive.
situation with Bowers because you can't start him at tight end. You got to have him at
So
in the flex.
if Marvin can't play, I gotta put
Yeah.
Bowers up and I gotta go get a tight end. But at this point I don't really want to drop no one, so it's like I may have to take a zero there if but
I'm gonna be
we'll
watching
see.
very carefully because I see
Yeah.
the situation.
Yeah, I was like, ah man. But nah, it puts a lot into perspective with like, just game planning for a week. I did, oh yeah, I'm gonna throw these two in this. I'm like, I want to use a running back in the flex, but I'm like, nah, I gotta play Tank Dell or somebody, whatever. But it's going good, man. Everyone's competitive. It's not like each week, like, is a win automatically. Like we've seen some upsets, we've seen some Monday Night Miracles
Yeah,
almost happen. It did happen. Like the cheese and chance one was crazy.
that was looking crazy for a
Like
while. Those two missed kicks off the upright.
like those are like distant points too. Like 3.9 probably wins that because like it's kind of hard to, in PPR with Keon Coleman not getting too many targets. Like so
Mhm.
um man, I think it's gonna smooth, man. We're gonna have like it's like 4 or 5 teams 3-3 right now. Like I'm 5-1, but like Dub is right there. So like
Yeah,
it could flip, and you know Casey's getting his guys back soon. So
yeah.
hey, it's
Got to
gonna it's
start
gonna be a
winning.
good round. Yeah, honestly, it's just like just rack them up and then just try to clinch as soon as I can, and then we'll deal with the rest. So
Yeah.
um,
Uh,
yeah, it's going well so far.
yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. Definitely competitive. It's nice to start to get a feel of how different guys operate. Some guys
You
are
see it.
more competitive than I thought they would be, which is good to see. But yeah, it's been fun. I'm just looking forward to the rest of the season.
Yeah,
And
John Team, they that CD trade is
a
gonna put
trade,
like
even though CD hasn't been going off, it's just since the trade
it's a
happened.
factor, and you know he can though. Like
Yeah,
if they're gonna be losing, like their trail time, their garbage time is gonna be crazy.
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, you trade a CD, like AK is not gonna do what CD can do on a weekly. Yeah, I mean AK may, but like he's still a running back.
yeah.
But hey, that's why we play the game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a good matchup this week. I finally, hopefully, can put up some numbers, but we'll see. Before we get out
You
of here, any
could,
shout
yeah.
outs?
Besides Rooks, yeah, your team is with Tay coming back. That bothers me. Like why this week? But yeah, you got yeah, I've noticed a little bit. You gotta yeah, it's the Tyreek thing. The Tyreek
If
thing
I
is
could get
yeah,
anything out of Reek, it's a whole different team. That's it.
yeah.
It's
You need
just,
Tua back healthy.
yeah,
Granted, situation, but you need him back because that puts you in a different conversation with your running backs, and then like you got Mahomes on the bench, which is crazy. But
Love is
Love
killing
is
it. Love
balling
had
though.
38 last year.
But
I
we
mean,
would
last
never
week.
would have seen this. This would never would be like 3 years ago. Like this is
Yeah.
crazy. I
Another
played Jordan
thing,
Love.
no, go
I
ahead.
played, remember, maybe a couple years ago, Jordan Love when he started his first game at Kansas
Oh,
City.
Kansas City, yeah,
Now imagine that Jordan Love compared to that. Like he's actually starting now, and Mahomes is the bench. Like it's crazy. Fantasy is
yeah.
a wild place.
Yeah, and another thing about fantasy is just you gotta start the right people. You can't. I had Boswell from Pittsburgh. He ended up with 19. I dropped him for McPherson, who had 5. That's a 14-point difference right there. And I
Why'd you do
dropped,
that though?
huh? Why?
Sunday night? Why Sunday night?
Um, I just didn't like the matchup. Who'd they play? I
Like
forgot who they
I
played. I didn't like the matchup.
I picked up Dicker because I'm not about to watch you have Connor play. Like, there's
Understood.
no way. Yeah, there's no way I'm about to watch that game. I can't
Yeah,
watch Monday night and I have a piece of the pot. Like it's tough.
yeah. I did that one time this year, and that's the week I ended up with 88 points. So I can't do nothing about Monday nights no more. Whoever's playing is
Yeah,
playing.
yeah, I
But
feel
yeah, the
you.
whole
It's tough.
the,
It's tough to sit there, especially when there's a close matchup. It's like I need a piece of the pie in there. Like because
yeah,
I could have played Titan. No, I could have played Texans defense versus the Patriots, but I'm like, yo, this dude has Brees, and the Bills' run defense ain't good. I can't watch Brees cook, and he should have.
yeah.
Brees should have had about 2 touchdowns, 2 long ones. I can't watch that game just sitting there on pins and needles, just praying. Like I did that the week before, praying on pins and needles. Like I can't do
Yeah,
that, man. So
yeah,
we'll see.
yeah. But between Boswell, that's 14 points there, and then I dropped the Steelers defense, and John picked them up, and they went kind of crazy. So those two moves are
Underrated,
the
man.
difference between a win and a loss. If I just
Yeah.
stick to what I had instead of trying something out, I win. So it's got to start the right guys. It
So
is
that's
what it
why
is.
sometimes I'll drop the guy instead of just leaving him on my bench because I can't watch those points just sit.
Fair,
I'd rather
fair.
just put that in the wild, put that in the waiver. That don't got nothing to do with me. That's why the day I dropped Tucker Craft, like if I would have just benched him, he had 35 points against the Rams that week. I would have killed myself for seeing that on my bench. So just drop him. Let somebody else deal with it. So
It's funny
yeah,
that you
that's my
said that.
logic.
It's funny because when you said I'll just drop him, like if you drop him, Jay Green gonna pick him up, and then you say Kraft, I'm like, yeah, there he is.
And then and somebody come get Craft. Bro, I just dropped him, bro.
Oh
You
man,
trying to get you trying to get pieces of my draft board from a waiver wire pickup, bro. You're not getting a draft pick for somebody I just
it's
had.
just it's crazy. But
Business is
yeah,
crazy with him.
good ep, good to be into the season, having a lot of fun with this league. I'm definitely happy about how it going. I asked for shout outs. I think you said Rooks, but I didn't know if I heard
Of course it's Rooks. Yeah, Thursday night
you.
football, man. Rooks probably wearing something fire. Yeah, shout out to Rooks.
All right, and that's that. We will catch y'all next week. I'll make sure to get some clips up. We'll get these power rankings up, the pick'ems up, and we will see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.